All right. Well, good morning. I am late. Yeah, no, it happens. I don't even know what I'm doing. My alarm went off, and I'm like, I'm gonna get up right now. And then I looked at my phone, and it was 7:20. But you know, I'm here, and that's the important thing. Because success is mostly just showing up. You're not gonna rock it every single day. Hey, Linda, how are you this morning? So, I tried titling this one with stuff that I wanted to, bring up, talk about, whatever. I don't know how well I will stay on track. We'll see. But, you remember the TV show, The Jeffersons? You remember the theme song? The whole moving on up? Well, apparently that is Foodie Beauty. Foodie Beauty has moved up. Yay! No errands to run. No crises, hopefully. But yeah, Foodie Beauty has upgraded to a beachside condo. I mean, to be fair, it's actually pretty nice. Especially in comparison to what we call fart box number 2. She has moved into a luxury fart box. She, of course, was super dumb and doxed herself because she was so desperate to show off her upgrade and her seaside view. I'm not posting, I'm not sharing, but somebody on Twitter found what building she's in, and in fact, found the rental listing that they applied for and got. They live there now. Apparently, if this person on Twitter is correct, and I mean the pictures from the ad look like what she was showing us yesterday, but apparently this is housing only for expats, which she's pretending she is. I gotta say, there's a tiny little part of me that is like, what if somehow we're all wrong? What if this is some sort of love match? What if they've managed, what if she's kept it all secret? I know. She even tells us what her poops are like, so she's not going to keep that stuff secret. But what if, man? What if she winds up proving us wrong? There's a tiny part in me, a little contrary part in me, that kind of wants her to. She's not gonna. That part of me is gonna be super disappointed, but it is what it is. But they have a new 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo. If you're wondering why I was smirking. What if you're a secret billionaire? Oh my goodness, Linda, if you're a secret billionaire, then congratulations. What are you doing wasting your time here? Oh wait, you're a secret billionaire. So you haven't found out yet. I mean, maybe she's a secret Kuwaiti citizen. That is true. It is just about as likely. So she has a 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo. And the entire facing wall, floor to ceiling windows. Great, right? That's so awesome. Super fancy. Who doesn't want to live on the coast with floor to ceiling windows? Me. Okay. So she now lives in the luxury fart box. But let me tell you, having worked in an office with floor to ceiling windows, you bake. Literally, the office was easily 5 degrees hotter, maybe 10 sometimes on hot days. We could blast the AC as hard as we wanted. It didn't help. It didn't help. You're inside. Granted, we didn't have windows that could open, but they have a beautiful seaside view. No screens on the windows that do open, so that'll be fun. My little sister in Italy, they don't have screens on most of their windows in Italy. It's just in more of the modern buildings, yeah. But any of the like older buildings, even if they've been like refabbed or retrofitted, most of them don't have screens. That's why a lot of them have flower boxes. My baby sister is got 2 flower boxes over, or under rather, 2 out of her 3 massive windows. And shoved in there are a bunch of plants that repel flies, mosquitoes, etc., because they don't have screens on the window. But that doesn't look like the kind of building that you can kind of barricade with a flower box, but still have your window open, you know? Those kind of glass windows. Anyways, so she's in a condo building. She's on a very high floor. And our girl is allegedly terrified of elevators. Well, I mean, we know she lies. Like if her mouth is moving, she's lying. But I'm calling it now. Quote me on this. Anybody who's watching, all 2 of you, quote me on this. Her fear of elevators is going to keep her from going out of the apartment. Housebound Dark Kuwait, begin. That's my thought. Because, I mean, she'll use any excuse. It's too hot. It's too this. Well, now he's got her ensconced in her little cement tower. She's never going to have to leave again. Unless it's an emergency. Because she's scared of elevators. You know? Also, she's going to snatch a cat off the street. Maybe not off the street. Maybe Sala will go out and procure a kitten for her to start neglecting. And she's still doing mukbangs. So many mukbangs. But I think that they've upgraded because of the mukbangs. Because the mukbangs are bringing in more money. And she might be in a leaving Las Vegas frame of mind, meaning that she's given up. In Leaving Las Vegas, the movie, Nick Cage played a writer, and he was an alcoholic. He wound up fucking up his life, ruining his life, sorry. He wound up ruining his life, lost his job, friends, family, all of that. And he hit rock bottom. And, you know, sometimes in Hollywood, your main character hits rock bottom and they go on their redemption arc, right? Not Nick Cage. Nick Cage hit rock bottom, pulled all his money out of his bank account, and drove to Vegas to drink himself to death. Spoiler alert, he succeeded. So when I say leaving Las Vegas vibe, I think that she has settled in and she doesn't plan to change. She's going to eat herself to death. I think that's where she's at. Because she cannot be failing to notice everything going on with her. And yet she's still sit there in front of the camera looking about as exhausted. I'm not exhausted, but looking about as over it as I do on this treadmill. And she'll take a deep breath and stare at the food and then say quietly to herself, "You can do this." And then she grabs it and finishes shoving it down her throat. I mean, I have eaten to the point where I was painfully full. I know that face. I know that look. I know that sigh. You know when I would make that look, make that sigh, make that face? When I'd overeaten and it caught up to me after the fact. Never have I been in the act of eating, felt that full, and kept eating. So that alone, her breathing, everything, somewhere in that big old smooth like a dolphin back brain of hers, she has to know what she's doing. And that's eating herself to death. And I think that either Salah has got to her and the possibility of a meal ticket, and as Reactor Cowboy Dog says, a big old surfboard back to Canada, or he's just that ignorant, right? I saw the movie The Whale, mainly because Brendan Fraser, oh Captain, my Captain, but it was really good. It really was. But there's this one scene in there where he's just uncontrollably pounding down food. And it's like with a desperation. It was like he couldn't breathe and the food was air, right? Like you're underwater and the food is like that mouthpiece to your oxygen. And watching that actually reminded me a lot of Foodie Beauty and how she's been eating lately. It's a lot, man. It's a lot. I was talking to somebody on her subreddit, and they made the comment at the end of their big comment. They were like, sometimes I just feel really bad for her And I get that. Hold on. Hold on. I think there's... I'm sorry. Okay, no. There was a little thing tucked up against the window pane. I have a window that looks outside right there. And just the shape of it, I thought it was like a little bat. I mean, we have bats. I hear them at night. But I thought it was a little bat that hadn't made it home. Anyways, so she's moving on up to the, well, I don't know what side their beach is on. For us, it would be the west side, but I don't know. But she's moving on up to the beach side, to that deluxe fart box in the sky. And she's finally set a goal. So yeah, so she's got a goal set up for herself. Right? Me either. But then she runs to bad choices the way some of us instinctually run away from fire. But sorry about the gap. That's my uncle. He is a piece of shit. We don't speak. But he has nowhere else to live. So... But yeah. So she set a goal for herself. Are you ready? It's such a realistic goal. In November. What's her goal? No. I mean, good guess. I mean, that's a very relatable and doable goal, right? No, in November, she and her dear husband are going to hike to Everest Base Camp. They're gonna hike to Everest Base Camp. That's not that hard. You know, it's only 8 to 12 days. 12 to 15 days of walking. She says walking. Hiking. Hiking is different. Y'all ever hiked uneven ground? Have you ever looked at anything involving Everest? There are suspension bridges you got to go across, 9 of them, just to get to base camp. And the whole process of getting to base camp, I know because I was mildly obsessed and I watched all of the base camp reality shows that went on for a while. Well, I'm at 19 point. Well, I'm almost at 20 minutes, but I'm going to finish this thought and I'm going to keep walking while I do it. So once you start your trip to base camp, you walk, hike, But walk, you walk, and then you make camp for a day. And then you hike around in that elevation to get yourself used to that oxygen level. Then you hike further. And the next time you camp, same thing. Hike around, get your body used to that oxygen level. Keep going. So, yeah, you are hiking for 8 hours from camp to camp, but you're hiking all day. Because when you make camp, you can't just flop down. You can't just flop down and call it quits. No. You have to walk the fuck around and hike and climb and do all kinds of physical things to get your body ready to deal with less oxygen. I mean, I guess she's prepping her lungs to do without oxygen already with all the hookah smoking. But yeah. And in case y'all missed it, November. This November. And she said, and I'm going to find it, and I'm going to post it to my channel as a little short, because she said it again. The whole inspiration for me starting this. She's going to start walking 20 minutes a day on the treadmill. Well, bitch, I just did 22.33 minutes at 2 miles an hour. I made it 0.7 of a mile this morning, and I've burned 22 calories. So I can have an extra large mouthful of cooked rice today. Oh, man. Hey, April. Oh, good. Yeah, I didn't want to. I definitely did not want to, April. But, you know, you got to do what you got to do. It's very humid today. I'm super sweaty, and my shower's going to feel great. But yeah, so for anybody who does not follow Foodie super regularly, I don't know how you found me. But if you don't, yeah, she upgraded her condo into a luxury easy bake oven farts. And in November, she and her dear husband are going to hike to Everest Base Camp because she's going to start walking for 20 minutes a day on the treadmill. Yeah. Anyways, all right, I am done. I've got 5 people in here. What are you doing? Thank you for watching my spite walk, my petty parade, my little piece of Miriam's marathon today. Because her Islamic name is supposed to be Miriam, right? All right. I got to go take a shower before I start the rest of my day. You know, this isn't my job, unlike some people who still can't produce anything good. Anyways, I love you all. If you didn't hate this, maybe give me a like, a subscribe. I will be back here tomorrow morning at 7:30 a.m. Pacific, walking for at least 20 minutes and talking crap about Foodie Beauty and other stuff. Depends what comes into my head in the morning. But I love you. Like, subscribe. If you didn't like this, guess what? I don't care.